I think something to help y'all out if you're trying to get more customers but you're having a hard time is you got to think about making the whole entire process from when somebody texts you and to when you get to their yard and then when you collect payment. Make the whole thing as frictionless as possible. The smoother you make it, the quicker you apply, and the easier and simpler it is for the customer to where they know like what they got to do, aka which is very little. All they got to do is basically unlock the gate and just be okay with you showing up. And then you show up, you can do the text, actually you can do the quote even without even meeting them. That's what I do a majority of the time nowadays, is I don't even meet them. I just text the quote after seeing the yard in person or after asking for pictures, and I'll go over the whole process in a second. But from the process of you getting their call, showing up to look at it, doing the yard, getting payment, half the time I don't even meet the customers. And the reason I think I'm able to do that is because I know that making it frictionless is so important. So what does that mean? Okay, so example, whenever somebody calls me or texts me, I usually get callers, but I don't like talking on the phone. Right now I have to do 8 yards today and tomorrow, and I'm filming this video, and I have a bunch of other stuff I got to do, right? So I have a lot to do, so I got to make a system for whenever somebody calls me or texts me. I start with, I don't want to talk to anybody on the phone. I already have enough customers now to where I don't have to answer every single phone call to get the ball rolling. When I got here to America, like in January 15th, I had 4 customers. I think I have 32 now. So now that I have the customers, like when I first got here, I was answering the phone again, because I think you should do that if you're in a spot where you need customers from the jump. Get on the phone and talk to them. But whenever you have the ball rolling and you're in these yards, you don't have to answer every single call and stop your mower when you're busy, in my opinion. When you're starting and you don't have anything and you're doing your first yard, hell yeah, stop that mower, answer the phone, and get that estimate set up. But whenever you have it going, you could just be pickier, just my opinion. So when they call or text me, I don't want to talk on the phone. So I direct my voicemail. I tell them to text me, and I tell them to give me their name, their location, and what services they're needing, and pics if they want a quicker quote. I tell them to send me pictures and stuff too, just off the back. So half the time they already do it. So I don't even have to do that work. I systematize it to where all I got to do is just look at the address to see how far it is from me if I want to take it. I can see the pictures. I can look at the Google map. I recommend doing both so you can get a good estimate of everything. If you're not going to see it in person, get pictures to see current size and state, and then get the Google Maps just to see the overall picture of what it looks like, because maybe it's different shape than you think, or it's bigger or smaller, right? So by them calling me, I direct it to text message, and then from the text message, if they send me all their information, aka their name, their address, and what they need, then it's clear. I either send them a picture or I send them a quote, including how much to do the initial mow and how much to do the maintenance mow, and I have those right there in a keyboard shortcut to where I can just send it out. And then the biggest tip I can give you when giving a price to somebody is, example, if somebody sent me a picture of a yard and said how much for this, if I just said $50, I can be there tomorrow, I doubt I would land a lot of them. But if I make the whole point of it, what they're getting for the $50 and why it's a benefit to them, like of course you're going to get your yard mowed, but you're not going to have to worry about it. It's hot outside. I'm not saying all this to the customer directly, but I'm kind of just wrapping it up to present it to them in that way, where the yard's going to be super clean and kept. The gate's always going to be closed. You don't got to worry about it no more. I'm going to do all the dirty work for you so you can enjoy your time and you can enjoy your house. And you can trust me. I'm a clean, reliable guy. Look at my reviews, all that stuff. And then the very end of it is $50 per visit. It's just like, I think that's what helped a lot too, right? It's just by having all that systematized. And of course, like, it's advanced and stuff. You got to figure out your little sales script. But whenever you start getting jobs, just realize what you're doing. Try to formulate and put it maybe in a written format to where you can just use it over and over. That's what I did. And from there, it makes it very simple. So example, somebody calls me, I send it to a text message format. So now I'm texting them. They give me their address, they give me their pictures and everything, or I take a look at it. It doesn't matter. I try to always do pictures, but if the yard's super tall or if it's kind of big, then I'll go see it in person. But if it's just a regular average cookie cutter yard, I can usually quote it over text. So then from there, I tell them, okay, here's the price, and then I have that all keyboard shortcutted up. I have one for whenever it's a tall yard and there's an initial price that's higher, and then a recurring price, say like 85 the first visit, and then 60. And then I have another keyboard shortcut, which is slightly different, which basically says your yard's like this one right here. I would tell them your yard's not very tall right now, so we can just start at the flat 60, and then that's how much it will be every 2 weeks. So I already have that systematized, and the point of it is not only to make your life easier, but one of the biggest things ever is these customers, they want to quote and they don't want to wait. They're probably been waiting all day, and a lot of these customers, a lot of these businesses that they text, from my experience, whenever I land them, they say that these customers, I keep messing it up, they say that the businesses don't text them back, or they take forever, or they eventually do maybe text and even show up and do the yard, but they disappear, and then they end up calling me, the customer themselves, right? So all you got to do is just reply as quickly as possible, and I think the quicker you reply, the better chance you have at landing the job. Not because somebody else is going to take it, who cares? I don't even compete on that. If you want to go shop around, go for it. But if you hit me up, I'm going to take my time to reply to you. But when I do, I'm going to give you the most simple, straightforward, best sales pitch ever to do your yard. And it's going to be right there in your face. You'd either tell me yes or no, right? So by having that, and I don't care if they say no. In fact, I always say this, I get probably for every 3 yeses, I probably send out 10 no's, right? I'm very picky with my yards because not everybody wants me or my price, but that's okay. I don't have to serve them. I'm here to service a very specific type of customer, one who's in, like I say, a middle class area with just a basic, simple, small cookie cutter yard. They probably have good jobs and nice cars in the driveway, and they just want their yard mowed for like $56 per visit, and they're super cool with that price because they understand that their house is expensive. They want to pay for something premium. How the hell are you gonna get a $300,000-$400,000 house and expect to pay $20-$30 per mow? That's bullshit. I'm not gonna do that. Other people might do that, and that's cool. And then just a little side topic on competition: let those dudes charge 20 or 30 degrees whenever it's summer in Texas. Like, let them do that. They're not gonna last, and they're either gonna have to increase the prices to match us or you or me, or they're gonna fizzle out and disappear, just like half of these customers tell me that their guys disappear, right? So that's just quick tip for that. That's a market for them. Let them do that. You can make $20-$30 mows, or you could do it like me and you can get paid double that. It's all up to you, right? So from them calling me, I either set up the quote to see it in person, or I go and I just text it over the pictures that they send me. There's a dude in a stander right next to me. He's blowing this. Am I in your way, sir? We all stick together around here. So whenever I do the quote, right? So now I schedule it. I say I can be there tomorrow. I can say what day I want to be there. I don't ask them when do they want it done. I put the answer in their face. I'm in this area on Thursday, or I'm in that area on Wednesday. I just tell them when I could be there, and they usually always say yes. And then from there, I just ask them, is there a gate code, and is the gate unlocked? And then if they say yes and yes, boom, I say I'm going to be there the next day, or I'm going to be there on Friday, whatever day it is, right? And I don't tell them exactly what time, and I think that's a bad thing to do because everything can flip so easy, from like spending extra time on a yard, talking to a neighbor, and all this stuff. Just tell them I'll be there in the morning or the afternoon. That's all that I do, and it works perfectly. And if they really have a reason why I gotta let them know when I'm on the way, aka they have a dog in the backyard, or they gotta clean up toys, then you could text them those specific customers, which is like 1 or 2 a day for me. I'll just tell them I'm on the way. And other than that, I just tell everybody I'll be there in the morning or the afternoon, because usually they're at work, or they're inside and they work from home and they don't come outside, or everything's already fine, so I just go and I do the yard, and then I finish the yard, I send them pics, and I invoice them, and it's done. And then from there, as soon as I invoice them, I get paid, and then I tell them, thank you so much, I'll be there in 2 weeks. So whenever I'm done with the yard, one picture is sent to show them that the yard's done, just so they can know that. Then the second text is to tell them, all right, I'll be there in 2 weeks. And then from there, I don't text them until 2 weeks later, and then on the 13th day, I'll say, hi, I'll be there tomorrow, and I just copy and paste that message for everybody on that specific day, and that's it. That's my whole entire system for getting customers. And I think the whole thing is to just make it frictionless, meaning to say, give people quick replies as soon as you can. The quicker you do it, the more you'll land, and I think the higher price you'll command too, in a weird way. Yeah, it's extra effort to stop your shit and text to somebody, but you're gonna make more money from that because you're giving the customer your time and attention, and they're gonna feel that. If you make them wait 8 hours, then you can still land it. I do that all the time, but honestly, if I could text somebody back in 1 or 2 hours and they could just know that, oh my god, my overgrown yard's finally going to be taken care of tomorrow, people will pay for that. And also, when it comes to pricing, a lot of y'all are scared to price yards. Just think about like this: these people that are calling you, they're ready to spend their money. They're basically saying, shut up and take my money. So if you're scared to give a price, then don't, because they're trying to pay you, right? So these customers are ready to pay. Of course, maybe it could be higher than what they're thinking, but you're not just paying, you're not competing on price, you're competing on what you're giving to the customer. What's the benefit of you over a giant ass commercial company where there's 4 new workers every single month, and they're all trying to figure out your yard, they're messing up on the same spots, they're hitting the same, like not hitting the same sprinkler, but you know what I mean, right? Versus having someone like me, this cool ass dude who can just show up. I have a simple schedule. Your yard is one of my only 40-50 customers, so I'm going to treat yours like butter, and I'm going to make sure that I maintain only what I can handle, so your yard's in good hands. You can trust me. My reviews speak for itself. It's just me, so I'm going to learn your yard. I'm going to make sure to listen to what you tell me, and I'm going to be easy to work with. If you have a problem or if something happens, you text me. You don't got to go through a middleman. Like with these commercial companies, they got to go with a middleman, right? So it just becomes a headache. So there's a benefit to you and there's a benefit to another company, and you could do either one. You don't got to be solo like me. You could do any type of middle ground, but I'm just sharing what I do, and that's all that I know, so that's all I know how to talk about, right? So just make it frictionless, make it easy. Give the customer, like, don't ask them what do they want, or don't ask them when do they want it. Give them answers. Tell them I can do this for this price. Tell them as quickly as you can, and tell them what day you can be there, and that's it. And then go do it, and then get paid that same day as soon as you're done. And then and you could also even go further and tell them, don't even pay until you're happy. You can include that in your quote. Say if I charge this yard $60, I'll tell them, all right, well, whenever I'm done, I'll send pictures. Let me know whenever you see it, whenever you're home, and you can send payment whenever you're happy, and you give me the thumbs up. Like, you could just like give them that lenience to where like they have nothing to lose except for a badass service, and the price is going to be justified, and they don't pay until they're happy and it's done, right? So it's just little things like that. And yeah, I don't know. Also, keep in mind, when it's 1,000,000 degrees outside, the benefit to you doing their yard is they're not going to die from heat stroke. It's going to be us in the sun. But again, if you're built for it, then you could just spend 10 minutes in the middle of an 8-yard workday just filming a video and still finish your day a little bit longer, and it's all good because it's like, this is the only thing I got to do today. Then my job is, I have to make money mowing, right? But I have all my lawn care business done. And again, one of the best things about lawn care, it's not like you're working your brain to death. It's like you have a very singular job. Finish 8 yards. How many do I have left? I think I have 6. So then from there, when I'm done, and the book is closed, and I just get to use all my money to do fun stuff, like have time to where I could just eat, pray, and just be chill and be grateful for what I have. And I don't know. So that's it. 10-minute video. Make it frictionless. Make it easy. Reply as quickly as you can. And that's it. All right, guys. I'm going to go finish my yards. Peace out. Love you. If you like this and you want to join my Become Your Own Boss Forever Lawn Care mentoring program, where you could have these badass, just random work days where you make like $500 and you just get to talk and bullet and just do whatever you want, then hit me up, makemoneymoron.com. That's what we do around here. And if you just like the videos and you just want to see something else, let me know what you want to see. I appreciate you for watching my content. And just realize, I'm not going to make another topic. This video's already long. All right, peace out. Next one. See you guys. And I know you guys want to see mowing videos. I think I'm at the point where I need somebody to film me, because when I have all these days, it just becomes a lot to film and vlog everything while doing it, and also stacking all my other customers for the following days. So if y'all want to film me, if you think you'd be down for that and we could hang out, you could just film and edit my videos and we could work out a deal or something. I don't know. Yeah, we'll figure it out. All right, peace out. I'm going to go mow. Latest.